Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about something again sensitive. For some of you guys that already follow me and you saw the two video, part 1 and part 2 of what happened to my twins. I had a pregnancy until 7 months and I lost them. I explained that, and there's 2 videos of my channel and how I coped with that and how it was that moment for me. So 8 months after I lost my twins, I found that I was pregnant, and I was very happy. I was very cautious with myself. I was thinking perhaps I should just be hopeful, positive, but at the same time not be not in the sense of like hopeful, you know what I mean? Something might happen, so I don't want to hurt myself. So, and then I found that I was pregnant at 4 weeks, very early, very early. And then I contacted my doctor, and he advised me to go to a different OB because I changed town. So, and then after that, on the Sunday, this last Sunday, I woke up and I had a little bit of bleeding, and I thought, oh God, like, I'm bleeding, this is not normal. I woke up actually with a lot of cramping, and I had that in my previous pregnancy, but it was just a cramping and then it went away. This time it was a cramping, and then I checked and it was bleeding, just a little bit at first. And then I went to the bathroom, and then I saw that there were a lot of blood in the toilet. So I'm like, this is not normal. So I texted my doctor, and then I told him I supposedly will be 5 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and I woke up, I had some cramping and bleeding. What should I do? Should I go to the hospital? And then he said to me, yes, go to the hospital and go check. We need to rule out if it is an ectopic pregnancy or not. So I went to the hospital. I was there for 5 hours or 4 hours, something like that. And they did an ultrasound. They couldn't see anything because it was too early. So the nurse did like a urine test as well, and the urine test was negative because, of course, the HCG levels were very low. So it doesn't detect on that kind of test. So after that, doctor came in and she said to me, we have 3 options. 1, it's too early to detect, your HCG is too low. 2, it could be an ectopic pregnancy. And 3, what did she say? I don't remember. She just gave 3 options, or it is a miscarriage, an early miscarriage. So that was the 3 options. And she's like, very likely it is an early miscarriage because you are bleeding. So, and then I went home. So she's like, go home, and then in 48 hours you need to repeat the HCG levels again, the blood test. So I did that. I repeated the HCG test, and then it was at 3. So before I was at 13, and then it followed up being at 3. So, end of the story. I had a miscarriage, and I wasn't really surprised. I wasn't really angry. I was confused, of course. I thought, why is this happening again? Why was I even allowed to be pregnant if this wouldn't move forward? You must have a reason. I don't know the reason. So now I've been actually thinking, because if this happened to me before I even lost the twins, and it was my first miscarriage, the first experience, I would have been terrified. I would have not known what to think. I would have been crying. I would have been, oh my gosh, this is the end. This is horrible. Is there something wrong with me? I would have been asking a million of questions. But I had a worse experience than the past, which I was pregnant until 7 months. And this pregnancy probably had something wrong probably had something wrong with the DNA, and then the body detected after he implanted. It could have been a million things. We will never know, and it's never your fault. It wasn't my fault. So it was something that wasn't meant to happen at the time. So, and for that reason, because I passed through all of that before, I look at this different now. I'm like, okay, maybe God was freeing us, taking away something that would have caused pain in the future, or we would have having problems, or maybe I would follow the pregnancy until 7, 8, 9 months, and then baby would die. I don't want that. Of course, ideal scenario, baby lives and everyone is happy, but it was meant to happen the way it happened. I don't know. I don't think I will ever know the answer, maybe when I die. But I think life, it is made of choices, right? I feel like I had different angles to look at all that happened. I could have thought, okay, this is horrible. I'm a terrible person. God is punishing me. So this is happening because I deserve this. Or I did something wrong. I could have been blaming myself again, like I did in the first pregnancy. This time it wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't time, clearly. So why am I gonna be rushing on this and something that I can't have no control over? So I choose to look at it as wasn't time. God was freeing us from something, or maybe something that even worse. I don't know. I don't need to know. But it doesn't take away the fact that I get confused. I'm still confused, and you might be confused too if you're passing through something like this. I want to know. You probably want to know, but sometimes we don't need to know, and we just need to go through our lives and just surrender this constant wanting to know everything and why. So the perspective I choose to look at, it is in a positive way, because that's gonna serve me somehow. So I have been trying to ask me this question. It's like, what did I learn with this experience that I would have not learned otherwise? And that's all I told you guys already. It wasn't time. Stop controlling. Things happen the way it happens, not the way you want it to happen. So, and maybe in the future, in a month, 3, a year from now, I'm gonna be able to think through it and say, oh yes, I learned this and that. But we just need to choose the perspective, which one we want to look at, because if you're choosing to look at through a perspective that's gonna make you suffer, I don't really think that's a good choice. I don't want to suffer. I want to live a happy life. I don't want to be resentful a life. I think everything you deliver, it comes back to you. So I want to be positive even though it is hard. I want to be in peace with myself. And actually there is a very good feeling in surrendering and knowing that it does not depend on you, anything. It's actually great. How miserable would it be life if every single thing would depend on me? And maybe when I have my children in the future, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like, wow, all of that needed to happen so I could experience what I will experience in the future. So I won't know until that happens. So sometimes just time will tell. And living one day at a time might be the best option. If now you're upset, allow yourself to be upset. Allow yourself to be with your feeling and understand everything. Do not try to take it away. because and then it comes back in the future and bite you. So just give yourself some grace and don't blame yourself. It was not your fault. And that's it. That's all I can tell you.